Thanks for tuning in to OPM Live, where the extraordinary is the extraordinary. I'm sorry, I'm so confused this morning. But OPM Live is an extension of Ordinary People magazine, and we're so glad to have you with us today. I hope that your weekend was a great weekend, or your week was a great week. I'm all in my thoughts this morning. But in any case, we are interviewing our last independent author today, and his name is Mr. Vanderbilt Brabson. Not only is he an independent author, but he's also one of our contributing authors for our publication, Ordinary People Magazine. He writes Consider This. And so he will be speaking with us today about several of his books, and we're looking forward to hearing from him. But before we get to that, let me thank our sponsors because I always seem to forget that. And our sponsors are Fimashi's Enterprise, Southern Eagle Music Group, Is a Raised Vision, and Gemstones and Trinkets. So, so much is going on in the world today. People are clashing with each other. It seems to be just a total unrest. And this week when I was shopping at the Walmart, and this gentleman was coming. We was going to kind of pass each other in the aisle, and he was a Caucasian gentleman, and it looked as if he didn't know where to go. We was going to pass each other. He looked like he didn't know whether to speak or not to speak. But as we slowly got, where how your baskets kind of crossed, we just said good morning. He looked like he was going to look like he was totally terrified to even say anything. And that's totally unfortunate because I am the type of person I speak to everybody. I say good morning, I say good evening. It doesn't matter, what ethnicity you might be. That's just the type of person I am. And I felt really bad for him and perhaps even for myself that he he wasn't feeling comfortable to even say good morning, which is a really unnatural greeting when you see someone, especially in the South. When you see someone, you say good morning, you say good evening. It's just a courtesy just to say it. And I got to thinking about that have we got to this point where we're not able to speak to each other? We feel comfortable saying good morning, or we feel, well, you know, uncomfortable saying it, or just even being kind to each other. And that is really unfortunate on our part. It shouldn't get to that point. It really shouldn't. But in any case, then I got a call from my dear friend Jessica. Jessica and I met many years ago when I worked for the military entrance processing station in Memphis. She was one of my vendors that I would order tonal cartridges through. And we slowly, we would talk often. When she would call, of course, I would place my order, but then we would just talk, just have just normal conversation. And I can remember one day she called and she just said she wanted to talk because she enjoyed talking to me. And we slowly became good friends. We slowly became friends. And Jessica, and I don't really like to say she's white or Caucasian, but she is, but she's my good friend. And we've been friends for many of years. She called me this weekend to check on me to see how I was doing. And I appreciate that. Uh, we have been in each other's presence. She's stayed at my home. I've stayed at hers. We just have such a great time. And I'm thinking about everyone who has friends and loved ones that are of different ethnicity, how it is this unrest is affecting everyone. It's affecting everyone in some type of way. That your good friends don't know how to uh, don't know how to approach you, or don't know what to do. How can I help? But they don't know how to help. And I just never really thought about it. Not until I passed that gentleman, or we passed each other in the Walmart, is how we got into this point. But Jessica is my great friend. We have such a wonderful time together. We had a wonderful conversation. We had a great conversation on last night. And I definitely appreciate her calling and checking on me. And uh, we just had such a wonderful conversation. And thank you, Jessica, for being the person who you are. I really appreciate you. And as we're waiting for keep talking until I can see Mr. Brabson come inside the studio. So, but in any case, we want to make sure that you connect with us. Please connect with us on Facebook. You can connect with us on our YouTube page. Do subscribe to our YouTube page, and that's OPM Live with Verna V. Nickelberry. Do subscribe to our page, and also like our Facebook page. And as I stated earlier, Mr. Brabson, he writes for the publication. He writes, consider this. If you have never had an opportunity to read his article, please do so, because it's like a modern day parable. He does a great job at it. He writes like a quick parable he may write, and then he comes back with scriptures uh, to to defend that particular article that he's writing about. But this our magazine is coming up now. We have some great articles in that. We will be talking about. I think we're coming from Ecclesiastics, and that's talking about wisdom. And so our writers will be writing on that particular scripture. So we are definitely looking forward to speaking with him as soon as he comes inside the studio. And hold on, let me see what's going on here. Um, as we wait for Mr. Brabson to come inside the studio. Just give me a minute. I don't see him just yet. So just want to make sure everything is okay. Hold on for just 1 minute. Just give me a chance to get to him. So, um, so, and saying that, have you guys been having such a great week? What has been your most challenging thing during this week, during this time? So it looks like he's having a difficult time getting on. So let's give him just a few more minutes as we just discuss a little bit. So, as I stated before, and if you've not heard of our publication, Ordinary People Magazine, you can go back and take a look at our earlier shows where I introduced the publication, where I'm talking about how we got started, what's inside the publication, and how you can also get a copy of it. You can get our printed copies on madcloud.com. And then also, okay, he said he's having some technical difficulties. And also, you can get our digital copy. You can have a digital download on your devices, on any of your devices. And that's through issueyou.com. So you can do that. So, and also, we are always looking for contributor writers. We're also looking for individuals who would like to be interviewed on our show and who would just like to know more about what it is that we do. My company name is Vimashi Enterprise, and Ordinary People magazine is it is our top product, and also the OPM Live talk show. And then every year we put on a award show, and that is called OPM Servant Award, where we honor individuals, nonprofits, and corporations that gives back to their communities. We honor them with a Servant Award, and that normally takes place in September. But this September, we will not be hosting the show. We want to make sure that everyone is safe with everything that's going on with this pandemic. So we're trying to keep everybody safe as well as ourselves safe. And I do know that some are having a hard time or don't want to wear their mask, but sometimes you just have to do things that may be a little bit uncomfortable sometimes. But that is to keep yourself safe and another person, and someone else is safe. So we're still waiting for Mr. Brabson to come in. He's having some problem with his computer. It's connecting. It should be connecting shortly. But in any case, do take a look at our earlier shows. How we started. We started those shows just with a testing how it would go, and I stated what better way to test than with a live audience, and so that's what most of those shows about, and also introducing you, our audience, our readers, some of our readers to our publication, Ordinary People Magazine, and of course this show OPM Live and how we got started and how the show was started. So that's what our live show is about. And as I was stating earlier, we will not host the OPM Live Servant Award this year. We are going to just wait until the next year till we, everything seems, I don't want to say die down, but at least be in a space, or at least be where that we can host a live show. It is a great show. It's a red carpet show, and I said where we honor individuals, nonprofit, and corporations to give back to their community. And like I said earlier, you can also get our printed copy out from madcloud.com. Just look for Ordinary People Magazine, and then the digital copy is on issueu.com, and that's a digital on any of the device. You can download those. So as I just continue to talk to you and waiting for Mr. Brabson to come in, as I was saying earlier about the gentleman that was passing by me in the Walmart, how he just felt, you know, a little unsure as to speak. And for those of you who are just coming on, I just wanted to know, what do you think about that? Have we gotten to the point where where you feel uncomfortable even just speaking, or totally unsure as to what may or may not take place? Because that's how he looked, like he just wasn't sure um, what to say. So yeah, but I do hope that you guys are having an awesome weekend and that your week was great. Those of you who are still going out to work, that everything is going fine. Those of you who are working inside the house, everything is going good. And I know some of you do have kids at home, and it may not be what you're used to, but I do hope all of that is going great. And I pray that everyone is getting what they need as far as anything, health wise, that your health is great, and that everyone is just having an awesome, awesome, great time. So let me check again with Mr. Brabson to see where he is with um, getting his computer up and running. Okay, so I don't see him just yet. Let's see if we may have to bring him back on another day. Okay, just give me a moment. Hate to have you waiting, but I don't see him coming in. So yeah, but and then also, if we could be of any assistance to you all in any kind of way, or if you have any relevant topics that you would like for us to talk about, anyone that you think would be great for our show, or anyone that you think would be great to be featured in our publication, you can always contact us, and then I will put that contact information in the comments where you can see those. So let's just give him a few more minutes, and if not, we will just have to bring him back another day and see how that will work. Okay, just give him a couple of more minutes, and then we will move forward. Yeah, it's been an exhausting week for me. A real work week. I work from home. I'm the person I'm the content person for the publication, constantly looking for individual who may want to be featured in our publication. We do have some new contributing writers that joined us this year. One is talking about finance, and the other person is talking about style. And so they will be featured in our upcoming publication. Uh, yeah, he's still not in. So it looks like we may have to uh, just cut off and bring him in another day so that we will not be on hold for so long. So let me let him know that. And then we can just continue to move forward. Still don't see that he has come in. So let me just find out again if he's able to get his computer up. I know sometimes the weather can be so fickle if you live, in certain areas where there may be a lot of trees. And so he does. And want to make sure that we can bring him back another day when the weather is a little bit better and he's able to get on. So let me just check with him, and then uh, we will see where we'll go from there. Just give me a moment. We can do that. We can always bring him back another day. He has some awesome books, so we will check with him. I will check with him to see if he's not able to get on. Then we can most certainly bring him back on next Saturday, which should be good. Sometimes it's like I said, the weather is so fickle when you're trying to get on, and there's so many elements that's going on with. Seem like a lot of people are having a hard time getting their computers and devices booted these days. So I am still checking with him to see where he may be. I'm not sure if he's able to. So we'll just see how he's getting. See if he's able to get on. I still don't see him just yet. Let's see. I'm receiving a message from him, and I do definitely apologize. Um, but we all know how uh, the network can be. Sometimes it can be very difficult to get on. Um, so in certain areas, and we're just waiting to see what he says. So yes, so we are going to cut this uh, show short. We're going to end it, and we will bring Mr. Brabson on the show on next Saturday. But in any case, do take the chance or take an opportunity to check out our other shows, learn more about us, learn more about Ordinary People Magazine, more about OPM Live and how we got started. And all of that information is in our first four episode, I believe. You can see all that information there. And again, thank you for tuning in to OPM Live, which is an extension of Ordinary People Magazine. And like we always say, the ordinary is the extraordinary. But even before then, and we will see you on next Saturday. But we always read a scripture at the end. And so today it will be no different. And I am reading from Jesus Calling, Enjoying Peace in His Presence, by Sarah Young. And it reads, Rest with me a while. You have journeyed up a steep, rugged path in recent days. The way ahead is definitely uncertain. Look neither behind you nor before you. Instead, focus your attention on me, your constant companion. Trust that I will equip you fully for whatever awaits you on your journey. I designed time to be a protection for you. You couldn't bear to see all your life at once. Though I am unlimited by time, it is in the present moment that I meet you. Refresh yourself in my company, breathing deep draughts of my presence. The highest level of truth or trust is to enjoy me moment by moment. I am with you, watching over you wherever you go. And the scriptures are Psalms 143 and 8 and Genesis 28 and 15. And again, this is Verna V, your host for OPM Live, and thanks for tuning in. And as always, love, peace, and increase, and be blessed. Have a great day.